Oh, now my phone at? My phone at? Where we going? Where we going? Where we going? We here. Where y'all at? Y'all get up in here. Let me put this. Let me hit the Facebook chat real quick. Let me put this in the Facebook. Hold on, y'all. Let me hit the chat real quick, y'all. Let me hit the chat real quick. Y'all go ahead and go up in there. Let me go hit the face. Let me go hit the books. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me go put this on the Facebook page. How everybody doing tonight? Y'all get up in here. Get up in here, y'all. Let me send some stuff over to Facebook real quick. All right. All right. How everybody doing tonight? Thanks for joining the stream. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a share as soon as you join the stream. I'm just going to go to IG real quick and drop something on IG real quick, y'all. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me drop something on IG real quick there. Y'all go ahead, give us a thumbs up, give us a like while y'all join the stream. I got to hit IG up real quick, y'all. Give me a second. We're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. All right, let's go. All right. Hold up, hold up. All right, all right. That's done. How everybody doing tonight? Oh, man, the chat is live. Let's go. We got Diamond Onyx in the building. Diamond Onyx, thank you for joining the stream. I gotta get my drink, yo. Hold on, let me get my drink ready. I can't put the drink on camera, yo. I don't want Facebook getting at me and YouTube getting at me. Diamond Onyx, thanks for joining the stream. Jason's in the building. Jason, thanks for joining the stream. We got James Escobar in the building. James, thanks for joining the stream. We got Jay Boogie. Jay Boogie, thanks for joining the stream. We're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna talk about it today. Let me get a sip. Let me get a sip of this real quick, y'all. Hold up. Let me get a sip of this here real quick. Hold on, y'all. My bad. All right. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, y'all. Thank everybody for joining the stream tonight. Let's talk about it. Versus D'Angelo versus Friends. We were hoodwinked. We got set up. They played us. We look like fools. D'Angelo said, D'Angelo said, you guys are the friends. Oh my God. If I could have punched my TV set, if I could have punched my phone, I would have punched my phone. I ain't trying to break my phone. I just got a new phone. I ain't trying to break my phone. You guys hit the comments, man. Hit the comments. What do you guys think about the verses? We put a poll up. I put a poll up right after the verses finished. We got the poll numbers. We got the poll numbers. How you guys voted. What you think about the verses. Hit the comment section, man. Let me hear what y'all got to say about this verses. Let's see what's going on, man. Jason said what's up. Diamond Onyx said what's up. Thanks for joining the stream. We got James Escobar. James Escobar said Ghostface versus Raekwon. That's right. That's right. Swiss Beats. Timberland. They woke the F up. Yeah, they woke up. Somebody called them after this versus was finished and cursed them the hell out. Somebody called Swizz and Timbo after that D'Angelo versus and cursed them the hell out. That's why they went on their live right after and announced this Ghostface versus Raekwon. Talk about it. Let me hear what y'all got to say about this. Somebody hit them up. Somebody went and hit up Swizz and Timbo like, yo, man, what y'all doing, man? What y'all doing? D'Angelo? We got the numbers too. I got the numbers. I got the numbers from the verses. The numbers are here. Don't let Swizz and Timbaland a week from now drop the accumulated numbers for Apple's numbers, YouTube. No, 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 no. Swizz, Timbo, don't do it. Don't do that. I don't want to hear this was for the culture. I don't want to hear, oh, this was the end. No, we got the numbers. I got the numbers. I got the numbers. We're going to go through it tonight. James Escobar's in the building. James Escobar is fired up for the Ghost versus Ray. Ghostface versus Raekwon is coming next. Ghostface Killah. Y'all see him over there. Ghostface is coming next. D'Angelo. D'Angelo? Oh. Who wanted a D'Angelo? Let me hit the comments, man. Jay Boogie said, yo. Diamond said, Jason, what up? Escobar, what up? Jay Boogie says, man, I got so much to say about the verses. Let us hear what you got to say, Jayla. Let us hear what you got to say. This is what we're here for today. Let's get into it. Jayla said, bro, what was in that damn corner he kept walking to? And what the hell was he wearing? Oh, man. You know what, y'all? I can appreciate D'Angelo rocking that fur. I can appreciate that. That was a little, the shoes, but that coat was kind of tight, Jayla. I can't front. That coat was tight. The hat, but we've seen that, though. We've seen participants in verses. They always try to show up with the clothing. You look at Gucci. Gucci had on a full-length Gucci trench coat. Jeezy was all hood out. You remember when Snoop Dogg had his custom-made doggy-style jacket? Remember Fab? Fab was looking dip. Remember Rick Ross? Rick Ross was having wardrobe changes throughout the verses. So I'm not surprised D'Angelo came out with the mink, the fur, whatever that was. Jayla, I don't know, but let me just read what Jayla said again. Jayla said, bro, what was that damn corner he kept walking to? And what the hell was he wearing? Laughing my butt off. Someone said he'd taken that coat back to Sesame Street. Yo, man, y'all play too much, man. Y'all stop it. We got Jason. Jason says it was supposed to be D'Angelo versus Maxwell, but it didn't work out, so they let D'Angelo go solo. No. Jason, you're not going to do that. Jason, you're not going to do that. You're not going to give Swizz and Timbaland a pass. I'm not believing that. I'm going to read what Jason said one more time, and we're going to get into that. Jason said it was supposed to be D'Angelo versus Maxwell, but it didn't work out, so they let D'Angelo go solo. This is why I don't believe that. Ashanti and Keisha Cole were set up to do a versus. Unfortunately, Ashanti caught COVID. Thank God she's okay. Postponed. The next date, they set it again for the second time to do the verses. Something else popped up, and they postponed it again. The fans were livid. I was upset. Okay? Postponed once, they postponed it twice, right? Then they announced the E40 versus Too Short. Fans were cheering. All right, Bay Area, let's do it. E40 and Too Short did their verses, and it was amazing. People loved it. The numbers were amazing. Shanti and Keisha Cole rescheduled. They came and did their verses. So you trying to tell me, Jason, you giving them a pass. Swizz Beatz, Timbaland, you trying to tell me you guys didn't learn your lesson when Ashanti and Keisha Cole fell through? That you're not going to have a backup for if something happens to D'Angelo and quote unquote Maxwell? Come on, man. Y'all want us to believe that? If D'Angelo is supposed to versus Maxwell, and Maxwell, why is Maxwell falling through? I'm not even going to touch that. If D'Angelo or Maxwell falls through, you telling me you don't have a versus already set up to put in place of that? What kind of businessman? What kind of businessman are you if you didn't learn your lesson? If you didn't learn your lesson from the Ashanti Keisha Cole damage, and you're gonna let Maxwell fall through and not have a backup to slide in, I'm not buying that, Jason. I'm not buying that, man. I'm not buying that. If Maxwell had fell through, you were supposed to slide that to the side, slide the next verses in. That's just my opinion. Diamond Onyx is shop now, Jayla. Jayla says her made it much better. Her was the best part. She did her thing. She did her thing. I like the Red and Meth. Those my dudes, the Blunt Brothers. Her did her thing. That was a really good performance she and D'Angelo had. I really enjoyed that performance. Diamond Onyx says Swizz and Timbo needed a chin check on it, though. They got that, Diamond. Right after that verse is finished, they went on their live and they announced the Ghost versus Ray. They saw the numbers. They saw the numbers. People were hitting them up. Yo, man, what y'all doing, man? Y'all dropping the ball. Timbo, y'all dropping the ball. Swizz, y'all dropping the ball. Nobody wanted the D'Angelo. No disrespect. Let me say this again. No disrespect to D'Angelo. D'Angelo is a legend. He got some hit songs. But nobody was asking for D'Angelo. So, Diamond, somebody got in their ear and gave them the biz. We ain't going to be having Ciroc. Puff Daddy probably called him. You ain't going to be having my Ciroc up there and my Ciroc numbers ain't moving. Put somebody up on that stage that going to move my Ciroc numbers. Let's go back to the chat, man. Diamond Onyx says Swizz Timbo needed a chin check. They got it. NYC 187's in the building. NYC, thanks for joining the stream. Today we talking strictly about the verses. Strictly. Salute 16. Thank you. Diamond said, I admit I didn't watch it to its entirety. I only saw D'Angelo's full performance and Meth and Red set. Meth and Red had an amazing set, man. Method Man and Redman has a lot of features throughout history, you know? Meth and Red has a lot of features with people. And what I heard also is that in the crowd, there were actually a lot of people in the Apollo crowd. All right, so I'm going to hit some more comments before we go. Jayla said, we needed an Alicia Keys versus. Alicia Keys already did a versus. Alicia Keys did a versus John Legend, Jayla. So Alicia Keys already did her versus. Diamond Eye says, NYC 187, hey, and what you rate the verses 1 to 10, 10 being the best. That's right, y'all. Hit the comments, man. What do you rate this versus? What do you rate this versus? 1 to 10. I want to know. This is what I want to ask y'all. Why are you messing with the formula? Why is Swizz and Timbo messing with the formula? And what I mean by the formula is, right? When Verzuz first started, Verzuz was all about, well, Swizz and Just Blaze had did a Verzuz some years back. And I think that's kind of where it started from. But then Timbo and Swizz did their versus DJ versus DJ, right? Excuse me. Then we got artist versus artist, one artist versus one artist. We got some more one DJ versus one DJ. We got some groups versus groups. All right, so that was the formula for Verzuz. People loved it. People went crazy for it. I know we were in a pandemic. Everybody was home, so we loved it. All right. Bounty Killer and Beanie Man came in and they upgraded the formula. All right. They were the first ones to do a versus live together on the same set. The formula was slightly altered. It was still one artist versus one artist. Okay, so they didn't really mess with the formula. They just upgraded the formula to live versus. Again, the fans went crazy. We loved it. All right. D'Angelo versus Friends. So D'Angelo was supposed to have 20 tracks versus another 20 tracks. Let's be real, y'all. This was a concert. Let's be real. This was a concert. This was a D'Angelo concert. This was a D'Angelo concert. Meth and Red came and did a song with him. Her came and did a song with them. There were no big names. There was no Mary J. Blige there. There was no big name. Meth and Red is big. I'm not, no disrespect to Meth and Red. Love y'all. Let's really admit, this is why I don't believe the whole Maxwell crap. This was a concert, okay? They're prepping us to do these concerts. Swizz, Timbo, all you had to say was, yo, look, man, look. We want to charge you guys $5, maybe $10 to sign up, and we're going to do these concerts. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all they had to say. We're doing some concerts. That's all. Instead of doing what they did there. That was a concert. That was a bona fide concert. We had D'Angelo. We had his DJ. D'Angelo was on stage performing for us. He had one or two people come and do a performance. And that was that. Drop a comment, y'all. 1 to 10. What did you rate the verses? Let's go to the chat because I want to go and give you all the numbers. I'm gonna give you all the numbers. I told y'all we put up a poll. We put up a poll on the communities tab of 16 bars, and we did a poll. I'm gonna hit the chat first. All right, let's see what they're talking about over here. So Jay Boogie said we needed Alicia Keys. Like I said, Alicia Keys already went. We got VAWAYZ. Who could have D'Angelo went against? Listen, VSWAYZ. Listen. If Jason is saying that D'Angelo was supposed to go against Maxwell, yeah, I could see it. I could see it. I could see it, D'Angelo versus Maxwell. But again, if you were scouring the internet, and I hope Swizz Beatz and Timbaland, I hope they're reading the room. Okay? When you're scouring Twitter, you're scouring Facebook, Instagram, all of these sites. Okay, there was absolutely nobody asking for a D'Angelo versus. No one. Okay, so VSWAYZ, nobody was asking for a D'Angelo. All right, let me go back in the comments one more time. Thanks for the comment. We got Jazzy Face V. I read everywhere that the versus was supposed to be with D'Angelo versus Maxwell. Jazzy Face, thank you for joining the stream. Yes, so Jazzy Face, our resident Jason Sweet also said that. Jason did say that it was supposed to be D'Angelo versus Maxwell. But my thing is, if D'Angelo versus Maxwell fell through, if Maxwell couldn't hold up his side to do the verses, slide it out. You can't tell me that they don't have multiple people ready lined up to do verses. Okay, we just had a big debacle with Ashanti and Keisha Cole, where it got postponed twice. So they have to learn from this. Like, if we have a versus lined up and one of the persons from that versus can't go, we got to slide that out of the way and put somebody else in that slot. You can't tell me that they don't have no one lined up to put in there when Maxwell couldn't do his verses. Come on. You know how many people I see online is asking for verses? They want to do a versus with that. They want to do a versus with that. The people are telling you what verses they want to see. You trying to tell me that you didn't have nobody lined up in case D'Angelo and Maxwell couldn't go? I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that. And then right after the verses was finished, that same night, like they always do, they go on there, they're live, Timberland and Swiss Beats together, and they talk about things, give you little tidbits. Right after the D'Angelo verses finished, they announced the Ghostface versus Raekwon. So they already had Ghostface Raekwon ready. They should have slid D'Angelo up out of here and gave us that Ghostface versus Raekwon. So I'm not buying Maxwell fell through. Swizz, Timbo, if you want to start giving us concerts, if you're starting to prep verses to add some sort of monetary where we got to pay $2 to watch a concert, just go ahead and tell us that. Don't sell us this BS. Let me hit the comments, man. Jazzy Face, thank you very much for that comment. We got Diamond NYC 187. I wonder though what bars gave us the numbers. I may be shocked. Okay, Diamond, let me give you the numbers. Now, this is what I'm gonna give. You know what? I'm gonna give y'all the verses numbers first. Okay? Because I watched the verses right at 9 o'clock. And we're gonna go into that also, the time of verses. I got in there right at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. Oh, okay. All right, so 9 o'clock on the dot, right when the cameras went on, people started coming up in there. We were at 55,000 plus people. Nobody's there, only the DJ. The DJ is playing his music, getting the crowd ready. We were at 55,000, right on 55,000. Okay? 9:30. Remember, D'Angelo's still not there. 9:30, the DJ is still cutting up, DJ doing his thing. We had 79,000 people. And let me pause there. This is only for Instagram. This is not Apple Music's numbers. This is not YouTube numbers. This is just strictly Instagram numbers. All right. So again, 9 o'clock on the dot, 55,000 people were in the room. 9:30, 79,000 people were in the room. At 10 o'clock, again, D'Angelo's still not there yet, right before 10 o'clock. I think he came like 3 minutes before 10, but let's say 10 o'clock. 100,000 people are in the room. This is 1 hour. This is 1 hour after the verses is supposed to start. Okay? D'Angelo finally sits down and officially the verses started. We're at 125,000 people. I'm going to pause right there. An hour after the verses was supposed to start, the DJ is getting the crowd prepped, whatever. D'Angelo sits down to start the verses. We are at 125,000 people. I'm going to rewind back to Ashanti and Keisha Cole. Ashanti and Keisha Cole were late as well. A half an hour when the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole versus was supposed to start, when Ashanti first sat down in her seat. Half an hour after. This is when Ashanti first sat down. There was 475,000 people already in Instagram waiting. $475,000 175K. Keisha Cole didn't show up yet. This is Ashanti sitting down, waiting for Keisha to come. Almost 500,000 people were in the room. When Keisha finally got there and Keisha sat down to start doing the verses, they were over 1 million. You want to know what the height? You want to know what the highest numbers I saw for this D'Angelo verses? Before I give you all that, remember, Her did perform. Shout out to her. She performed. When Her was performing, the Instagram numbers were 111,000. Slightly over 100,000. 111,000. The height of this verses was 125K. So you tell me how many people wanted D'Angelo verses where they can't even break 150K. D'Angelo couldn't even break 150K, and Ashanti broke that just sitting down in a chair half hour before Keisha Cole came. Hit the comments, man. Let me know what y'all saying. Let me hear what y'all saying. Jayla said that was a big D'Angelo concert. Yes, I totally agree. And I don't mind that. If that's what you're going to do that. Tell us. I'll watch the concert. Excuse me. We got King HU in the building. King HU, thank you for joining the stream. King HU says, bars, peep my sounds out. If it's garbage, put me on blast. But if it's fire, give me credit. My faves are going so hard. Yanking. Wait, what's that? Let me go back to that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. I just lost that. One. Okay, let me go back to that. King HU. He says, bars, beat my sounds out. I will definitely send them to us. We'll take a listen. If it's garbage, put me on blast. But if it's fire, give me credit. My faves are going so hard. Yanking in the Ville. All right. We'll definitely check that out. Thank you. Diamond says, Jazzy Face and King Will be welcome in. Thank you for joining the stream, y'all. Don't forget, hit the comment section, hit the likes. A lot of comments tonight. VSW AYZ, Maxwell and D'Angelo. Not a good matchup. Maybe D'Angelo and Music Soul Child. Okay. All right. Diamond says, really no D'Angelo requests? I didn't see any. Jason says he saw a couple, but I didn't see any. King HU, D'Angelo versus Kerm would be better. Okay. All right. Diamond says Maxwell would have held up very well. He has years of hits. Maxwell does have a lot of hits. Shout out to Maxwell too. We the people, says King HU. Jazzy Face says, I agree. This format of verses was not it. I'm on board with that as well. This one didn't hit. Sarah is in the building. Sarah, thanks for joining the stream. We got Sarah Rich in the building. Sarah says, Maxwell might have COVID-19. He may have fell through. I get it. Sarah, I get it. Tell us that. But Swizz and Timbaland has been doing this for a long time. Okay? And the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole, people were ready for it. It got canceled. They pushed it back. The people were upset. They put it on again. It got canceled again. The people were upset again. Timbaland and Swizz had to have something in place if these things fall through. If D'Angelo or Maxwell falls through, it happens. I understand. Put it to the side. They have to have other matchups already ready. Slide another matchup in and let's go. When Maxwell is good or Maxwell is ready to go, we slide it back in and we adjust the schedule. That's just my opinion. That was Sarah Richburg's comment. I'm gonna go back to that. Sarah said Maxwell might have had COVID-19. He may have fell through. So if anything's going on with Maxwell, shout out to Maxwell. Maxwell's my dude, man. Domino says 16 bars. Please allow us the IG numbers. All right, so that was the IG numbers I just gave. Sorry, I'm catching up, y'all. Um, Sarah, Diamond says, Sarah, what happened with Maxwell? Please tell me. No diagnosis for him. So yeah, if anybody knows really what's going on with Maxwell, let us know, yo. I hope he's good. Sarah says, why are the artists so late? I want to address that. Thank you very much, Sarah. I wanna address this. Thank you, Sarah, for that comment. I want to address that. This versus was supposed to start at 9 o'clock. Usually they start them at 8 o'clock, right? This has been a reoccurring theme with the verses, where the scheduled time for the verses is supposed to be, let's say, 8, 9, whatever the time is. It seems like every verses they're late. Okay, this one, Maxwell was 3 minutes before 10 is when Maxwell came and sat there. Not Maxwell, D'Angelo. Sorry. So they were about an hour late to start this one. The Ashanti versus Keisha Cole, same thing. Ashanti was there about a half hour in, but Keisha didn't come till about another half hour, so they were over an hour late. Okay, the Jeezy versus Gucci, they were about an hour late. This is my thing, y'all. This is my thing. If you're gonna tell us that we're gonna do a versus at 9 o'clock, right? And I know you have your DJ there that's gonna play music and get everybody ready. Have the DJ there from 8 o'clock. Have the DJ there from 8:30. Open up the live and let us sit there until the 9 o'clock slot comes and start the verses. Why are you guys starting the verses at 9 and everybody's showing up an hour later? I find that so unprofessional. And I don't know if this is just a marketing ploy to get the people to come into the live, see Ciroc, see Doritos on stage, maybe go check out Ciroc at Doritos. I enjoy the DJ playing music. I enjoy it. But I got things to do too. Don't tell me you got a verses at 9 o'clock and then the verses starts at 10 and then I got to sit for the verses for another hour and a half. That's 11:30. Swizz, Timbo, you guys got to address that. Listen, I find it very unprofessional that each and every one of these verses, the artists are late. If the verses is supposed to start at 8 o'clock, open up the Instagram, open up the Apple, open up the YouTube. Let the DJ rock out for a half hour before the 8 o'clock or the 9 o'clock slot comes. 9 o'clock, you guys are supposed to be in the building ready to start rocking and rolling. That's how I feel. Hit a comment, man. Let me know how you guys feel about artists showing up late to each and every verses. I want to know what y'all got to say. I'm going to hit the comments one more time. I'm going to go back to Sarah's comment. Thank you very much for that comment. Why are the artists so late? I don't know. It pisses me off. Sarah says, I get sick with the lateness stuff. I do too. It drives me nuts. King HUB says, who won Usher versus Chris Brown? Whew. That's a good one. I like that one. I'm more of an Usher fan than Chris Brown fan. So King HU, if we get an Usher versus Chris Brown, I'm going with Usher. I know the ladies love Chris Brown. Usher got fans too. I'm going with Usher. Usher versus Chris Brown, I'm taking Usher all day, every day. Thank you, King BHU. Jason says, you're right. It's so many people that want to do verses, they could have moved out the way and replaced with others. You can't, Jason, they can't tell me that they didn't learn from that Ashanti mix-up. They can't tell me that. You can't tell me. When I'm online, I'm seeing tons of people asking for different verses. There's artists out there that's calling in, going on shows, going on this, talking about they want to do a verses. Swizz Beatz and Timbaland has to have a list of other verses that they have set up. They have to. Slide that out, man. Slide another one in. Let's keep rocking and rolling, man. That's business. Thank you for that, Jason. Diamond Onyx says 125,000 views. That's right. That was the height. That was the height of the D'Angelo verses. 125,000 people in there at one time, at the same time. Keisha Cole and Ashanti had 475,000 before Keisha even came. You can't tell me people wanted this. Come on, man. Come on, get out of here with that. I'm gonna scroll down through some of the comments. Here. Jayla says if Maxwell had COVID, they would have said. They did when Ashanti caught it and had to reschedule. Why they couldn't with this? Listen, I hope nothing's wrong with Maxwell. Whatever happened, hope he's good. But yeah. I want to go some other numbers. Remember, we put a poll up. We put a poll up on the community's page in 16 Bars, and we asked you guys. This was the question we asked y'all. What did you rate the D'Angelo and Friends verses? We had 3 options for you to choose from. Option 1, 1 to 4, straight trash. Option 2, 4 to 7, it was solid. Option 3, 8 to 10, this versus was amazing. Those were the 3 options. I'm going to say them again. This is the 3 options you guys could choose from to vote on the verses. Option 1, between a 1 to 4, straight trash. Option 2, between 4 to 7, it was solid. Option 3, 8 to 10, this versus was amazing. I know what Diamond Onyx vote for. Diamond Onyx voted for that 8 to 10. I don't know if she did, but I know she did vote for that. Because Diamond Onyx was ready for that versus. Diamond Onyx said she was ready 1,000%. 1,000%. Let me give you all the results. 23%. 23% of the votes went to this versus was amazing. 27% of the votes went to it was solid. 50% of you guys said 1 to 4, it was trash. That's not my votes. That's not my vote. That's you guys voting. All right? You guys voted 50%, 1 to 4, it was straight trash. Let me hit the comments. I'm going to go to the bottom of the comments, all the way to the top where you guys are. I'm going to catch up with y'all right now. VSW AYZ, what was the worst verses? In my opinion, this was the lowest of the verses. In my opinion, VSW AYZ is asking y'all, what was the worst verses? I think this was the worst verses. My top 2 verses so far, number 2 is still Jadakiss versus Fab. Number 1, best verses for me, is still the Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer. Those are my two best verses. Jason says, my opinion, nobody wanted to go against D'Angelo. I wouldn't be surprised if Maxwell or Music Soul Child do a versus with someone else. No more D'Angelo, y'all, please. All right, no more D'Angelo. Maxwell, Music Soul Child. Yeah, I can dig that. Jayla said, Usher and Neo. Ooh, but that would be good too. I can't choose between Chris Brown and Usher. I listen to them for different mood swings, just like the Alicia Keys and the Ashanti verses. Okay. That was Ashanti versus Keisha Cole versus. VSWAYZ said, Neo already did a versus. That's right, Neo already went. My question is, should artists be able to do a versus more than once? VSWAYZ, I don't think now. I don't think artists should be doing multiple verses right now because I think there are too many artists that want to do a verses right now. So I don't think it's wise for Swizz and Timbaland to double up on artists. Okay, we're still waiting for Kim versus Foxy. We're still waiting for Kim versus Missy. We still want to see Latifah. We're still waiting for 50 Cents. Ti is still out there. Bow Wow is still out there. There's just too many verses that I'm seeing people asking for. Rakim says he wants to do a verses. LL Cool J is still ducking people out there. So and then they said they also want to do a Latin verses. So there's too many verses to do to go backwards and have somebody double up. I say keep it rolling, give us some new verses, let's keep it fresh, and let's keep it moving. Yeah, man. Numbers were down for that verses 1 to 10. Let me know what you guys feel about that verses. Um, I like the verses to stay one versus one. I like it to stay group versus group. Like I said, I don't want Swizz and Timbaland to mess with the formula too much. I know you got to keep it fresh, and I know you got to keep people coming back. But I think as long as Timbaland and Swizz keep the right matchups, I think the people will keep coming back to verses. Okay, but they have to listen to the people. They have to keep their ear to the street. Okay, if I know they're busy, I know Timbaland is busy, I know Swizz is busy, but they have to have a team that's out there, that's scouring the internet. Because listen, it's supply and demand. Okay, if you have a supply that nobody wants, nobody's going to buy it. Okay, so this versus is a supply and demand. Okay, an artist can't make an album of what he feels and put it out and think the people is going to just automatically buy it. No, sometimes what the people want, you have to give the people what they want sometimes. Okay, yes, people are still stuck at home, so sometimes we have no choice to go and watch these verses. But if it's something that nobody's interested in, the numbers are gonna drop. And this is what we saw. 150. This is what we saw with this verses. Okay, all the other verses, Ashanti versus Keisha Cole, that got pushed back twice, and they still did big numbers because people wanted to see Keisha Cole, people wanted to see Ashanti, people wanted to see DMX, Dog versus Snoop Dogg. The same thing happened with Jeezy versus Ti. When Jeezy versus Ti was announced, the people were like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! We like Ti, but we rather see Jeezy versus Gucci." And what they did, they slid out Ti, slid in Jeezy, big numbers. So Timberland and Swizz, they gotta have. I know they're busy. I know you guys are busy. You guys are doing big moves. Swizz is over there in Saudi Arabia with the camel races. He's doing his thing with that. Shout out to Swizz for that. That's amazing. But you got to have your team scouring the internet. You got to have your team on Instagram. You're checking out Twitter, checking out Facebook, checking out all these other sites, listening to what the people are talking about. Give us what we want. I know sometimes you guys get proud and you guys want to do your own thing and think that's what people want. No. No. Think about this for a second. I want you all to think about this for a second. I know people think I'm being hard on them, but think about this for a second. Previously, whenever a versus went down, right? Whenever a versus happened, there used to be a gap. Go back and check it. Go back and check it out. Whenever a versus happened, there used to be a gap, whether it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, where they will not announce another versus. And the reason why they had that gap is because sales. Okay, so when DMX, I'm just using DMX and Snoop Dogg. When DMX and Snoop Dogg did their verses, they didn't announce another verses for maybe another 3 weeks to a month. That's because Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, DMX, and Snoop Dogg's sales went up. Streams went up. Album sales went up. Okay, so whenever they do a verses, they give that verses a breathing time to breathe so that the artists can get some streaming numbers and get their money up. They announced it. They announced this Jeezy. I'm sorry. They announced the Raekwon versus Ghostface the same night of the D'Angelo verses. They've never done that. Go back and check it out. Whenever a verses went down, they gave them a breathing area so that they can get the sales. All right, they can say what they want it to be. That's what it is. Okay, when the verses happens, those artists' numbers are gonna go up. People are gonna go stream their albums. People are gonna go buy their albums. People are gonna go on YouTube, watch their videos, the songs they just heard. That's just how it is. It's marketing. It's business. It works. This time, right after that D'Angelo versus Friends, they went and announced the Ghostface versus Raekwon. I'm gonna hit the comments. You guys are over there wilding out the comments. Let me see what y'all talking about up in here. Um, I got a lot of comments to go through here tonight. Y'all gonna kill me. Jason, I'm gonna go to Jason. Jason says, "How you feel about Ghost versus Ray?" Listen, man. Listen, Jason. I wasn't gonna say this. I wasn't gonna say it, but Jason forced my hand. Turn your notifications on, y'all. Turn your notifications on. We got a versus dropping tonight, midnight, y'all. Turn your notifications on. We got a versus dropping tonight on our YouTube channel. Jason, how I feel about Ghost versus Ray? You see Ghost there, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing with me, Jason. Stop playing with me, man. How I feel about it's the woo, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give the people what they want. D'Angelo and Friends. Swiss, man. Yo, you guys, man. You got. Oh, let me go out to the comments. Jason, I'll go out to Jason. How you feel about the Ghost versus Ray? Listen, man, I'm ready for it, man. It's woo all day, every day. King HU, there's 2 links, but if you're on the app, you can type my name in and it will bring up Lucy Ray Productions playlist. All right, King HU. We also do reactions and reviews to artists, music, new artists, music. So drop us an email at 16barshow@gmail and send us an MP3 file of the track, and we'll definitely put it on our schedule, and we'll do a review, do a reaction to it. So King HU, we appreciate the comment. We appreciate you sending the links. Go ahead, shoot us over at 16barshow@gmail. Send us an MP3 of a track, and we'll definitely do a reaction review. We put it on the schedule. We get that out as soon as possible. Diamond Alex says, right, because I can't phantom Gucci again. Yeah. I like what we did so far with the verses, but I just don't think at this time they should recycle artists. I mean, the Locks doing a Locks versus somebody else will be cool, but I just think Jada already went. Let's give some new faces. Let's keep it fresh. So yeah, Diamond. I think they should just chill, just do new artists, new verses. Jayla says, I don't listen to Ghost and whoever the other person is, I won't be watching. Two of the greatest MCs of all time, Jayla. BSWAY, thank you for the feedback to my question. Most definitely. Thank you for joining the stream, of course. Gladiator boy is in the building. Gladiator, thanks for joining the stream. Young Thug, homie Quan. Okay. Hmm. Young Thug and homie Quan. I don't know if I know Young Thug says Young Thug bigs up himself a lot, says he has a catalog. Homie Quan, I don't know if Quan has a catalog that deep to have 20 hits. So I'm gonna put a question mark on Young Thug versus the homie Quan. I'm gonna put a question mark on that one because I don't think Quan has a catalog for that just yet. Daminai says Ray and Face or the Wu Tang. Here we go. Yo, listen, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. Jason says Ray said on the Breakfast Club months ago that him and Ghost were talking about going against each other for a while now. I'm digging it, man. Wu Tang all the way. It's gonna be immaculate. It's gonna be immaculate. We're definitely gonna get some guest verses. There's no way Ray and Ghost is gonna do a verses and don't have guest Wu-Tang verses. It's not gonna happen. If Method Man is gonna be at D'Angelo's verses, Method Man better be at Ray and Ghost verses. You God better be there. Jizza, RZA, listen, there's no way Ray Ghost. Y'all better not play around and don't have some guest verses, man. Y'all better have some guest verses. Y'all better have Jadakiss there to do Run. Jason, I'm gonna go back to Jason. Jason said Ray said on the Breakfast Club months ago that him and Ghost were talking about going against each other for a while now. Thank you for that. VSWAYZ says another question. How would you feel if they did a rock and roll versus or if we started seeing white artists? Okay, let's tackle that question. Let's tackle the white artist piece first. Okay? Hip hop is hip hop. Okay? Hip hop is one of the genres that I know we make fun of Eminem being a white rapper for years, but hip hop is one of those genres where it's always been open arms. Hip hop has a lot of Latino rappers. You look at back in the 80s, Be Real and Cypress Hill was one of the biggest groups out of LA, California. Okay? Eminem has been in hip hop since the early 2000s. So having white artists do verses is I don't think that should even be a question. It should, to me, it should just be if you have a catalog, and this is verses. This is not black verses. This is verses. Okay? So Swizz and Timbaland, yes, as long as you have a catalog, I think you are open to have a verse. So whether it's a black artist, a white artist, a Mexican artist, a Hispanic artist, an Australian, a UK artist, it shouldn't matter. As long as you have this is my thing is, as long as you have the catalog, because Versus was built on catalogs. When Versus first started, if you didn't have the catalog to throw up 20 hits, you weren't considered for Versus. So I think that's one of the most important criteria to keep Versus. As long as you have the catalog, you should be able to get into a Versus. So I have no problem with a white boy doing a Versus, white girl, Spanish, Jamaican. No problem with that. I think they should. As long as you have the catalog, you should be able to have a versus. So a rock and roll versus, yes, they should do a rock and roll versus. It may not get the numbers. Again, I'm going to go back to what the people want. Okay? So I don't see anyone asking for a rock and roll versus. But maybe I'm not on those sites where rock and roll artists are talking about verses, but I haven't seen it. But if the people want to see a rock and roll versus, give the people what they want. That's just my opinion. So I have no problem with the rock and roll. I think they should do it as long as it's something that people are talking about. The artists that they're going to put against each other, is it a good matchup? And then let's see how it goes from there. All right. Diamond Alex says, thanks for the question, VSWAYZ. Thank you very much. Diamond Alex says, Gladiator, I got Young Thug. Woo! Young Thug over, over Quan. All right. Let me go down some more comments here before we get up out of here. We're almost up to the hour mark, y'all. King HU, name a rapper that can beat Luda. Well, remember, Luda already went. Luda and who Luda went against? Luda went against Nelly. So Luda and Nelly already did a versus King HU. And I gave Luda the win. When Luda went against Nelly, Nelly has some hits, but I'm more of a Ludacris fan than a Nelly fan. And Ludacris hit harder than Nelly. So I gave Luda the win when Luda went against Nelly. But Luda Nelly already happened before King HU. They did the verses some months back. Jayla says, laugh my ass off, Dad. You're going hard today. Maybe we need to put that drink down. Where's the water? Listen, I can't show you all what I'm drinking today. My co-host, Old Bugs, brought me a case. My co-host, Old Bug, gave me a case of some stuff. I've been sipping on that, so it's done. It's done. It's time for us to get up out of here. Thank you for that comment, J Boogie. No water today. Dominonic says Jewel, Santana, and Luda. If Jewel again, Luda has already went, Diamond. But if Luda goes against Jewels, I'm going Luda. All day, every day. Jewels can't mess with Luda. Jewel was an amazing artist. But Jewel's catalog, even though Jewel's has single albums on his own, he has a lot of mixtape stuff. He has mixtape stuff with Lil Wayne. He has all the Dipset stuff. I don't think he can mess with Luda. Luda has a lot of crossover hits. Luda has a lot of features. Luda has a lot of albums. So if Luda goes against Joel Santana, Diamond, I'm going Ludacris all day, every day. Let's hit some more comments. Damn, y'all killing the comments today, man. Woo! King HU, Diamond Onyx, try again. Jewels, really? We got Bruce Patrick in the building. Bruce, thanks for joining the stream. Bruce says, yeah, this was a flop, and I am the biggest D'Angelo supporter. Doesn't take away from his craft or skill. Yes, let's address that. Bruce, thank you for that statement. Yes. Let's not take my disappointment as a disrespect, y'all. I'm disappointed in this versus because I don't think the people wanted this versus. This does not take away from D'Angelo as an artist. I've said before on other streams, D'Angelo is an amazing artist. I just don't think D'Angelo had 20 hits to go against another artist 20 hits. And I just didn't like the whole D'Angelo versus Friends thing. Okay? And then you do a versus, you're super late to the versus, and then you say Friends, and all you have is Method Man and Her. Okay, so I wasn't a fan of D'Angelo doing the verses, but D'Angelo as an artist is an amazing artist. I don't want to take anything away from D'Angelo. So Bruce, Patrick, thank you for that statement, and I agree. I'm not questioning his craft at all. Diamond Eye says, I had to because I love Joel Santana. Joel Santana's the man, yo, but not against Luda. No, not against Luda. Let me hit some more comments before we get up out of here. We're on the hour mark, yo. Y'all know what we do. Let's see what we got here. Justin Bieber, King HU said Justin Bieber versus Justin Timberlake. Woo! Justin Bieber versus Timberlake. I'm going with Justin Timberlake. If Justin Bieber goes against Justin Timberlake, I'm taking JT. Jason says, Diamond Onyx, you lost your mind thinking Jewels can beat Luda. Jason, don't get Diamond Onyx mad tonight, yo. Leave Diamond alone. But yeah, man, Diamond, if Jewels goes against Luda, I'm taking Luda. I'm sorry, I'm taking Luda all day, Diamond. Sorry. Jason says Luda destroyed Nelly already in the verses. It's on YouTube. That's right. Luda and Nelly already went, and I gave Luda that win. King HU says nobody is going to beat Call Out Luda. All he makes is hits. Yeah, like I said, we already had that one, and we gave Luda the win, man. So, woo, comments is crazy today. So I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. Let's hit a few more. VSWAYZ says Mary J versus somebody. I think Jason said that Mary J does not want to do a versus. Jason, hit the comments. Let me know if that's true or not. But I think in some of our past streams, Jason said that he saw some interviews where Mary J says that she does not want to do a versus. Mary J, I want to see Mary J in the versus. I love Mary J. That's my girl. VSWAYZ says Maya versus Ciara. Maya versus Ciara, I'm going Maya if that happens. NYC187 says Jadakiss versus Beanie Siegel. Jadakiss already went. Remember, Jadakiss went against Fabulous. So I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But if Jadakiss goes against Fabulous, Jadakiss goes against Beanie Siegel, I'm going Broad Street Bully. Jadakiss is amazing. Jadakiss is top 10 all time, in my opinion. But if Jadakiss goes against Beanie, I'm biased. It's The Rock. I'm going Beanie Siegel. Jason says Nelly was talking slick on the Breakfast Club, saying nobody can see him hit for hit, so they sick Luda on him. Yeah. Luda killed that boy. We got Nathan McLeod in the building. Nathan, thanks for joining the stream. Nathan says fire. All right. Let me hit some more comments before we get up out of here, y'all. We on the 1 hour mark. King HU says Mary J or Mariah Carey. I'm going Mary J. Mariah Carey, I love Mariah Carey, but I love Mary J, man. I'm going Mary J. And when Mary J do her dance, and she do that kick, it's all over, man. I'm going Mary J. Jayla says Mary don't want to. Yeah, Mary says she doesn't want to do a versus, y'all. King HBU says Mary J versus Tony Braxton. Going Mary J again. Mary J or Mariah Carey. Going Mary J, y'all. Y'all know I love Mary J. Yo, listen. It's your boy Onslaught Tree. I want to thank everyone for joining the stream tonight. Swizz, Timberland, listen to the people, man. Listen to the people. Keep your ear to the street. I know you guys are busy. I know you guys got a lot of stuff to do, but you guys gotta have interns. You guys gotta have a team out there finding out what's going on in the streets, what's going on in the interwebs. You all need to have your ear to the streets, man. Don't do this again. If you're going to do a somebody versus friends, just tell us. Just tell us we're going to do a concert. We're going to have a Mary J concert, and Mary J is going to invite some friends. Just tell us that. I'll come. If you're prepping us to start charging us for concerts, you want to start charging $5, tell me. I'll come. I'll pay $5 to watch. I would have paid $5 to watch D'Angelo versus Friends if you had said that up front. It's COVID. I'm not going to no concerts. I know people are out there going to concerts. I'm not going to no live concerts. But if you're going to give me a concert and you're going to have somebody versus friends, I'm down for that, Timbo. I'm down for that, Swizz. Just don't deceive us like this again. This was a low blow, yo. This was a low blow. And the numbers, I know, Swizz, you and Timbo, I know within the next few days, y'all going to post up all the numbers and accumulate them. I'm going to go back to the number one more time. All right? Ashanti and Keisha Cole, before Keisha even, when Keisha sat down to start the verses, there was over 1 million people on the Instagram live. D'Angelo couldn't break 125,000. He couldn't even break 125,000. Stop playing with us, Swizz. Stop playing with us, Timbo. Give us what we want, man. You want that real stuff. We got Ghostface versus Ray coming. Woo! We got Ghost versus Ray coming. Yo, I'm ready. I don't know if you're ready, but I'm ready. Turn your notifications on, yo. 12 o'clock midnight tonight. We got a versus dropping on our channel. You guys don't want to miss this one. This one's going to be crazy. It's your boy Onslaught Tree. Thanks for joining the stream. Don't forget, every Thursday we do our stream. This is just a special stream because of the verses, but we're going to see you all on Thursday night for our regular stream at 8 p.m. It's your boy